Okay, hey, how's it going, guys? It's Dean, and welcome back to the channel. I know the videos have been a bit here, there, and in between, but again, I'm hoping to get one a week going. I've just been a bit busy, so I've been building basically a home studio. I'll probably pop one or two pictures up on the screen here of how it's kind of looking at the minute. It's basically done. I just need to get some more of the audio treatment in the room done, a few more foam pads up around. So hopefully this audio quality sounds okay. The mic is set up a lot differently than when it was before, so it should be picking me up pretty clearly. If it's not too clear, do let me know and maybe give one or two tips in the comments of this video how you'd improve it. So in this video, we are going to be looking at 3 ways on how you can get a job as a film, TV, or video game composer. This video might be mainly aimed at sort of beginners to intermediate, but the same rules can apply kind of for any level of composer out there. So let's get into this video. Okay, so the first way, basically, how, and I think this is really, really overlooked, we look at sort of film side. So in starting off, you're expected to work on a lot of free projects, which unfortunately that is the way the industry goes. If you can land paid projects or even get paid in some way, if it's even if it's not big payment, just try to cover something. Whether you're trying to cover a new sample library you just bought, ask if the sample library is 100 quid, to say, oh well, I'm going to be using €100 new library that I bought on this film that I'm working on. Can you even spend this for the music budget? Try to get something, but unfortunately, a lot of times it will be free. But if you're looking to build up your portfolio, this is a good way to go about it. And I've got one or two short films off doing this. So you can see here on screen, I just pulled up a random college. I'm in Dublin, Ireland, so this is actually north in Belfast, but Queen's University. Um, a good way to find productions that are being done is actually contacting universities and colleges. I don't find a lot of composers doing this, so basically the best way to go about it, and pick whatever colleges, maybe start local and then spread out from there. So you go on to whatever university or colleges here, in this case Queen's, go into their course finder. The best way, you usually go on to study, postgrad or undergraduate. Go on there and see what course they have. You'll scroll down the list and then see what they have basically. I've gone on here, and as you can see, I've found these have a media and broadcast production, and they also have a film masters as well, and you probably have undergraduates. So you can look at the masters or an undergraduate. It doesn't really matter what course it is. You're more likely looking for these courses to actually then contact the departments that run these courses. Um, so once you get here, you can have a look and see what they do if you want. Um, see what the course entails, everything like that. But you are basically just looking to see, and most courses will do this, have a look at the course content, and usually in final year of an undergraduate degree, or in in the postgraduate degree of a master's, etc., they'll do a film or a broadcast, which is that's in your chance to basically get in on this project and work. So where you're kind of looking, you can register your interest. You shouldn't really need to do that. You should go to apply, and a lot of time when you're in apply, these are applicants portal. In most colleges, they'll have a contact email somewhere, and once you find that contact email, that's where you need to go. So unfortunately, actually here, these don't really have a contact email. But if you go onto the portal or how to apply, you basically will type in that email that they have there. Most colleges and universities have an email for that set department per course. So they'll probably have a media department within the university. Get that email, just send off sort of an introductory email about yourself, who you are, what you do, and say, could this email be passed around to any final year or postgraduate students that are working on productions currently that need music. Or just ask them, can you send it out to the whole media department in general? I found this has worked in the past for me. As I said, it's got me one or two small projects, and I don't think it's used a lot by composers, and it's a really good way of sort of getting out there and meeting people. Because at the end of the day, this is not, you're not bound to wherever you're living. This career and this job that you want to pursue, you can work remote as a composer. So you can send this off to, I'm in Ireland, I can send this off to a university in China if I want to. I can send this off wherever I want. Um, I wouldn't over spam loads of colleges because say if it does go well for you, you might get a lot of emails back and then you're kind of stuck. You could screw yourself a little bit. So pick a set few and test it out and see how it goes. See if you get a few replies. In my experience, I've got replies just off the receptionists or off the departments in the colleges saying, "Oh, thanks very much for reaching out. We'll pass this on to uh, the course leader or something like that." And then you hope that they send it out to students, and then they might get back to you. So that is first about give as a film composer. Let's move on to TV. Okay, so for TV, I'm going to show two ways. I'm going to show from a production library standpoint and then from the straight composing standpoint. So for production library, which is a lot of things, I'm focusing on production library a lot now, more than those straight composing projects in film. I'm not going to say no to a film or a video game if it got offered to me. Um, it's just with balancing my main job, I find production library music the best at the minute. And because once I'm done my job, I can just go off and try work on tracks for albums that are coming up. So this would be here, music library report. It's basically kind of like a Reddit form to an extent, where you do pay a fee to sign up. But once you sign up, you have access to a form, a very, very detailed form that shows the majority of production libraries in the world, whether it be small, big, and it has a very large breakdown of how they work, how to get in contact with them, and so on. So you can go on there and contact as many music libraries that sort of pique your interest. If you think you can provide good music for them, well, go check them out, see if your music kind of fit their catalog, and get applying. That's kind of one way into TV in particular, because a lot of production library music will be then licensed into TV. The second way, which I'm not sure about more of these type of forms, but over here in Ireland, so if there's any Irish composers watching, IFTN is kind of like it's nearly like a virtual magazine to an extent, and this shows a lot of upcoming TV productions and film as well. So you can work for both, but TV also. It shows what productions are in post. Who are like, you can find crews, you can go on to TV here. You can, if you read into it enough, you can see exactly what's kind of being produced, what's up and coming, who's looking for what roles. A lot of the time, you will not find jobs posted for music. For some reason, music can be just very neglected in general, and a lot of people don't put enough thought into it. But if you do the digging, you can find out the teams who are doing the productions, and then you can send off your demo or get in contact to see can you organize a meeting with someone. So yeah, this is one way I'd say these kind of newsletter forms. If you have one in your sort of location or your country, as I said, this is an Irish-based one, but this isn't stopping anyone that's outside of Ireland applying for this, because as I said, a lot of this stuff is very remote. So you could go on here, have a look at the jobs form, or have a look what's in post-production, and get looking to see exactly what maybe would interest you to apply for. Now let's move on to the last one, which is video games. Okay, so lastly we have video games. There's a fair few ways of going about looking for video game productions to apply for, but this is one way that I don't think a lot of composers use. Maybe they do, I just haven't really heard many mention it. Which is Steam. Steam is probably the biggest platform in the world for PC game, for downloading games for PC. I do it quite regularly. But if you actually go through Steam correctly from a job point of view, if you're on the store here, and obviously I wouldn't recommend going for any big game like Elder Scrolls, or don't look for the massive games that are getting big attraction and big push, because they probably have massive music departments behind them and they're already pretty set in stone. Maybe if you look at something like the not even free to play, actually have some very big games as well. But if you look at maybe new releases, and different sort of smaller projects, you can then go on here. Say we just pick this game right here. If you click on this game, and if you look at the developer and publisher, so here is Steel Salvo. That is who you are contacting for the video game information. They're the developer, they're the publisher of this video game. If you go and then Google them, you should find a website, and that is then where you can then, if they have a contact email, that is when you can contact and you can send off your demo reel. A lot of people, I don't think, do this. Or said maybe they do, but I just haven't heard many people doing it. And to be honest, until maybe this year or before this year, probably around COVID, I didn't really think of it too much either. I just always saw Steam as a gaming platform. That's where I went to get my video games to play, basically in my spare time. But yeah, it can be a really really good point of contact to find details or to find the names of these other companies that are working on these games that might sort of pique your interest that you might want to apply for. So that is probably one of the best ways to kind of maybe get your foot in the door as a video game composer. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Try to keep it short. As I said, I'm gonna get more videos up, whether it's a track a week, one of these videos. If I can get two, I'll be really happy. Because I really want to grow this channel. We're up to I think around 425, close to 425 subs. If we can get around 500 by summer, I'd be really happy with that. I'd be really really happy with it. So hopefully we can keep growing and see how that goes. As I said, I'm still streaming on Twitch as well when I can. That Twitch link is in the description of this video. Go check it out. Go follow the channel. We are close to becoming Twitch affiliated, and we need to get 50 followers. I think I'm on around 36. So go check that out. Um, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. As I said, I kept it short. At the end of the day, once COVID dies down, one of the best ways to get projects is attending festivals and conferences and meeting people in person is probably better than actually doing all the stuff online. It just helps you have a greater impact on someone. They'll remember you easier, so on, so on. Both my jobs I have in the industry at the minute are mainly down to making face to face contacts rather than applying for stuff. So that can be the kind of way this industry goes a lot of the time. But don't write off connecting people online. Social media is huge. Keep your social media presence up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Start a YouTube channel like this. Get your music out there and get connected with people. When you build an audience, it can help. It can help get your reach out there to pull in a bit of traction to then go apply for these sort of positions. So yeah, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, leave a like on it. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment on maybe what topic you might want me to cover next. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video, guys. Bye bye.